This video, I'm going to be going over how to set up your depth chart in College Football 25. When you log into the game, you're going to see this menu. And what you want to do is you're going to hit the right R1 or RB to tab over. And we're going to be looking for the roster files here in the create and share. So we're going to go down to the edit rosters. And as you can see here, this is going to allow us to order our depth chart. Now, in my opinion, Texas is the best team in College Football 25, so we're going to be setting up their depth chart, and I'm going to be showing you some cool tips with this. If you guys want to get my full schemes that I break down for how to use this team super effectively, that's all available in my school community. That link will be in the description. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to automatically reorder our depth chart by hitting the triangle button. And then we are going to go through and we're looking for basically abilities. So you see here this blue, Jaden Blue is a little faster than CJ Baxter. So we're going to put him at the starting running back position. And then we're going to put CJ Baxter at the starting fullback position, at the wide receiver position. The main thing we're looking for here is we're looking for as much speed as possible. So our top two receivers are going to be the fastest receivers on this team. And then our best overall receiver is going to be in our slot. Our tight end, pretty much standard, really good tight end. One little tip that I want you to see here in Texas, they actually, when you automatically reorder their depth chart, their right tackle doesn't have any abilities. So what we're going to do, because O'Neal is similarly rated to Chapman, we're actually going to make him the starting right tackle so that we can have better abilities. At the left end position, this is where things are going to get really, really cool with this team. What you want to do on defense this year with your front seven is you want to try to find as many quick jump abilities as you possibly can. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to make Colin Simmons the starting left end. The backup left end is going to be this guy Umuozelu, and then the backup to the backup is going to be this guy, if I could find him here, Jabenda. Yeah, David Jabenda. You see there he has the quick jump ability. At the right end position, the starting right end for this defense is going to be Akana, and then we're going to have Umuozelu, and then we're going to have Jabenda, if I can find him. There he is. At the starting defensive tackle position, the reason we don't want Trey Moore starting at defensive end is because we want him to start at defensive tackle. The backup defensive tackle is going to be Colin Simmons because he has quick jump. The backup to the backup is going to be this Umuozelu because he has quick jump. And then our last two spots here, we're actually going to put Burke because he has better abilities at the fourth spot. And then at the fifth spot, we're going to put this guy, Barry Sorrell. At the left outside linebacker position, again, we're looking for quick jump, as many as we can find. We see here that we have this guy, Darion Gillette. He is super good because he has platinum quick jump, really good player. And then we're going to have Jambenda as the backup there, and we're going to have Umuozelu as the other backup. At the middle linebacker, this is going to kind of have to be our user in big sets. We're going to put Jabenda, even though he's not normally going to play in most of our defenses, and I'll go over that in a minute. But we're putting him there just because he has that quick jump ability. And then his backup, really just this guy LaFleur, just because of his speed. You could go with McOliver because he does have a knockout ability as well. At the right outside linebacker position, Anthony Hill, guess what he has? Quick jump ability. And then what we're going to do is his backup is going to be David Jabenda, and then his backup is going to be Umuozelu. At the cornerback position, this is kind of a pro tip for this year in College Football 25. Some of the best corners in the game are the wide receivers because they are super fast. So we're going to be putting Isaiah Bond at the number one cornerback position. The number two cornerback position, again, we're just primarily looking for speed when we touch our cornerbacks. And so we're going to be putting this guy, Xavier Fasame, in there. And then at these next two spots, these are slot corners. Speed is not as big of a deal here. So we're just going to be putting our best overall players at these two positions. At the free safety position, we're going to pretty much leave this as is, as they have two good safeties in this defense. But again, you're primarily looking for speed. Now, at the kick returner position, this is super important. One of the things you're looking for here is you're trying to get these abilities. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sub in. You see how CJ Baxter is the backup to the kick returner? We're just going to sub it in Jaden Blue. And now we have two kick returning threats that have a bunch of abilities that allow them to break tackles. Same thing at the punt returner position. We're going to be putting Jaden Blue there because he has a little bit better speed than Baxter. And this is kind of how I like to set this up. For the slot receiver position, this honestly doesn't matter too much. The biggest thing is you don't want your top tier outside threats, Isaiah Bond and Wingo. You don't want them at the slot. You want your two kind of best overall receivers, which are going to be Golden and Bolden. At the rush left end position, kind of the same thing we just talked about. We're going to do it again here, and this is all. This is kind of touching on quick jump again, but you want to have as many people that have quick jump as possible on your team. So we have Umuwazelu, we have Akana, wherever he went. I totally lost him. There he is, Akana, and then we're going to have Gillette in this example, or Jabenda, either one. Let me see. Actually, for this, we're going to go with Gillette here. But you could do either of these players. Actually, I'm sorry, I forgot Jabenda. For the rush right end, we want Jabenda. And then rush defensive tackle, we're going to use Trey Moore, and we're going to use Colin Simmons as his backup, and we're going to use, wherever he went, Umuwazelu. Sub linebackers. Now, this is what I was talking about how Jabenda's not always going to play at that linebacker position. If you want to just get your fast safeties on the field and sub like nickel sets and stuff like that, you certainly can do that with this team. What I would recommend is this guy, Derek Williams, and then also this guy, Jelani McDonald. Those are the two best, in my opinion. But you do have some formations. You might want to have those quick jumps in there. So that's where Gillette, Jabenda, Akana, all of these guys kind of come into the fold. At the slot cornerback position, you don't want these to be starting anywhere else. As you can see here, it has our safety. So we want to put Muhammad, and we want to put Garrett Holmes. From there, that is how you set up your depth chart in College Football 25. And you can do this for literally every single team. So whatever team you want to use, just kind of tab over to that team, set your depth chart, and it will automatically save for you. Thanks for watching the video. And if you want to check out my full schemes, head over to the school community, school.com/Cody Ballard, and we show you how to maximize this roster on the field.